So the things I enjoyed most were probably the people, both on the course and the lecturers. I think because I'm a mature student, I was kind of worried about what it was going to be like, maybe with lots of people who are younger. But actually, I found it brilliant. You know, they're a really good bunch of people, and I think I've made some good friends.
Well, I think the thing that I enjoyed the most was the variation between all the modules. And there's definitely a library flavor to everything we did, but you can really bring your own sort of perspective to it. So particularly with the web-based modules and some of the theory stuff, it was really nice to have that sort of thing.
I'd have to say probably the information retrieval module, mainly because I think it gave me a lot of practical experience because we were doing some research for an academic at the university, and it was to help them with their research. And so it felt good also to be helping someone else out. And it's the type of thing that we would be doing in the real world as well. So I think it was really beneficial to get some real world experience.
I'm a course leader for Maze, which means I do all the administration and admissions to the course and coordinate the teaching. And the really nice thing about being course leader is seeing students through from start to finish. So from when they apply to when they come in for an interview, right through to graduation and then into the workplace. I think what makes the MA Information Studies course unique is the mix of teaching staff that we have and our different backgrounds and expertise. The fact that we're a relatively small course, so we get to know the students really well, and they get to know each other and they get to know us. And then there's the placement, which works really well in getting students out into the workplace, but doing a piece of research that's really related to the workplace and to the course. So it's that nice mix of theory and practice.
So my role on the course is to teach the research methods module, which prepares students for going out and doing their final placement dissertation. The placement is a unique part of our course because it gives students the opportunity to do a piece of research in a real live work environment. So we match them up with a host organisation that has some kind of issue it wants investigated, and they do a piece of research for that organisation. And it means they get the experience of carrying out a significant and academic piece of work, but something that's of practical relevance and use to an actual library and information organisation.
On the MA Information Studies, I teach information retrieval, where I introduce students to a variety of online information sources, databases. But one of the things that we find works well on that module is getting the students to respond to a real-life inquiry set by colleagues here at the university. So they actually get a taste of what responding to real-life information inquiries is like, which works well. We're also aware, certainly seen it over the last few years, that information retrieval is changing, the sources that people use are changing. And we try and reflect that by using different databases, but also, for example, recently we've been looking at social media as an information resource and, you know, what applications might organisations have for tapping into social media and finding useful information there.
Well, being an international has been a real experience. It was nice, actually, because I really got a chance to sort of share my culture with the people that I was on the course with, and got to learn a lot about England at the same time, and the way things are done here and how it's differently done than it is in my country.
I've learnt so much in this year, I mean, just a vast amount, and particularly for someone who's been out of the profession for a long time, I've really updated all my skills. I feel like, you know, I can't believe that I was coding and doing, you know, designing a website, and learnt so much about databases and e-journals and that kind of thing. And it seems very up to date, and found it really useful. So yeah, definitely would recommend it.
I would definitely, recommend the course. I think it's quite diverse, the course, and it covers a lot of different ground. So it opens up different channels for people, and I think you can come from any background really, and it would apply to you, the things that you learn.
It's a small program, so I didn't really have to worry about becoming lost in the crowd. I got to know every one of my lecturers. They know who I am. And that was really important to me.
Well, our graduates have done a variety of jobs really once they've finished. Recently, graduates have gone into local public library services, into the NHS, the University Library System here, and the University Library at Sussex, and also into wider sort of information roles like digital marketing, that sort of thing. So it's a really nice cross-section of work that they go into. So even in these difficult economic times, our graduates are managing to find work at the end of the course.
I would definitely recommend other people to do the course, particularly if they're in the Southeast. That's always a plus. But also, if they're looking for a qualification that's going to let them have a little bit of freedom, but quite a bit of structure along with it.